Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Stand on it! 319, 26. Giving up nothing to take.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep, drop deep.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Cook running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And 8 yards to go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. You got 3 down, 3 down.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
My 52.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Caught by Cobb. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here I come.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
27 on the play. 1st down, Packers.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Cook. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
Now Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Johnson, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
13 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even...
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready, 2, 10, touchdown. Okay, double up.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
42's the Mike.
Get that quarterback, D. Let's up. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Zip there. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Now watch run. Watch run. 42's the Mike. 42's the Mike.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 13-7.
13, line 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for a Lions first down.
Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. Attempting now to break his own NFL record. This from 65 yards away. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 81 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Over. Jam. Switch.
Topper. 26.
Rodgers now on first down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 13 yards, first down Packers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game. Not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On the return comes Cobb. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
SOS.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got an open man. It's McLeod. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And the Lions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Screen play. Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Here we go.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. follow his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
26.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Lions, 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check, 42's the mic.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
His guys take over.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And a Packer 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You got tight right there. Bang, 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 bang.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. He's crashing.
For the 50.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it.